I am here to remind us that we are not going back. We are not going back to the days of over-policing. We are not going back to the days of locking us up. We are not going back to the days of no accountability. We are not going back. You hear me? And we are not going to let Rick Caruso or anybody else take us back. We have come too far in all of our actions. We have come too far just lifting up the simple phrase, Black Lives Matter. We are going to continue to say that because our lives do matter. And we're not going to let the Rick Carusos of the world take us back to when the police kill us, that's acceptable. Or more money for more police. Not now, not never. So when people talk to you about this election and you got a billionaire and he is willing to spend $10 million to get this office and people ask you, no, hell no. We are not going back to them days. Y'all remember them days? Y'all remember Chief Gates? You remember Bratton? Broken windows? You remember that? We are not going back to that shit, I'm telling you. And we have got to tell the rest of the city we are not going back. We're going forward with Gina. We are going forward with Gina. Backwards never, forward ever. So there you go. And as people start talking and they raise the issue, Bloomberg was a billionaire. Look how he fucked up New York. Reardon was a millionaire. Anybody remember Reardon? Nah, good you don't. He was fucked up too. And so now we got another billionaire who thinks just because they're a billionaire, they can buy this office. Now we got another billionaire who thinks, I got money, I know how to make shit. And listen to his dog whistle. You can hear it. Who is these 1,500 police going to be targeted at that he wants to bring on? Where are those 1,500 police going to wind up that he wants to bring on? They're going to wind up over-policing our community, and we are going to wind up dead. Because that's been the history, that's been the pattern, and that's been the process. That's why the PPL here protects their officers. Because they don't want to be held accountable, and Caruso ain't going to hold them accountable. We are not going back. You hear me? We are not going back. So he can have Bratton cut all the commercials he wants. I don't want to go back to Bratton. Bratton had this philosophy called broken windows. And his thing was, if anything, if you don't prosecute and roll up on people for small crimes, they'll commit bigger crimes. But he was targeting it at black and brown people, not his own people. And so, no, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to the days when nobody even challenged the police when they killed us. When they killed Eula Love. And this is in the 70s, because she had the police, because they had cut off her utilities. And the police showed up, and she had a kitchen knife, and they killed her. Nobody talks about that. Margaret Mitchell, a homeless woman, had a screwdriver, and the police killed her over on 3rd and La Brea. We ain't going back to them days. We're not going back to the Grishario Mack days. We're not going back at all. We are always going to go forward. We are going to always challenge, confront, and disrupt until we are free. So y'all with me on that?